What's up, you guys? Welcome back to the Divij podcast. It's been a minute since we've had a guest, but today we're doing a guest episode, so very excited. And before we introduce the guest, who's amazing, we got new co-host.
Hello, everybody.
What's up, Dom?
What's up?
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing good. Welcome to the pod.
Thanks. I'm excited to be here.
We're excited to have you. We also got Winter the Pomsky, knock the fuck out,
Oh, yeah.
like a little baby. And of course, returning co-host, Christian Yee.
Christian Yee. Hi, guys. Happy to be back.
Yo, so very excited for this episode. For those of you guys who watch the podcast and follow me, obviously, I think a big reason why you probably follow me is for like influencer marketing tips and business shit. But our guest today, we've been working with for a while. We're doing a lot of the deals that he has on his YouTube channel for him, and just a great guy. So very excited to introduce Lance210.
Woo.
Yo, what up, everybody?
Let's go.
Looking
Hey.
fucking shredded.
Trying, bro.
Let's go.
Grind, man.
Dude, it's crazy how much you transformed, bro. I really want to talk about that. But before we do, how are you? All good?
I'm doing great, man.
Good.
Feeling great, feeling healthy, feeling amazing.
Yeah. What's this diet? Let's just get into that. What is this diet, bro? Talk.
All right, bet. Let's talk about it. Should I give you like a little rundown of like what I've been doing? Like,
Oh yeah,
the past
who
couple
is
years?
Lance? Yeah, go.
Yeah.
Who is Lance 210?
Well, no. Well, about me personally or about the diet?
Let's go both.
All right, let's start it off with entertainment. All right, so I started making videos when I was 9. I am currently 25 years old. I'll be 26 in June.
Oh, wow.
I started making like Call of Duty commentaries and playing video games and making like Pokemon videos. And then I grew a couple thousand subscribers doing that. And then it led me into making like challenge videos with my friends. So I had a challenge YouTube video or a challenge YouTube channel. We would eat like raw eggs, super like extreme peppers, just like all these random crazy challenges. And we grew like a pretty good following there. I think like 20 or 30,000 subs. And then Vine came out. And I blew up on Vine. That's kind of where I got like my big leap. And I grew to like 6 million followers on there. I started making like prank videos with my grandma and skits. And then that led me into making YouTube vlogs and posting videos on Facebook and just repurposing my content from like Vine over to like my Instagram and Facebook. YouTube is really the only platform that I don't post just like straight prank content. It's just like more about my life and what I do throughout the day.
It's so crazy, man, because when you think about like pranks, like when I say the word pranks and you think about the internet, like your face is the face that I think about. So you're really like the pioneer of the prank industry. It's kind of crazy.
I capitalized it on a lot.
Yeah. What drove that? Like, have you always been like a comedic, like kind of out there person, or was it more just like you found the opportunity? You're like, fuck it, I'm gonna do it.
So when I was a little kid, I would always do like, for example, my dad would walk around with a camera and like get home videos. He was almost like a vlogger back then. He just wasn't posting it anywhere. And whenever he had the camera on, I would always do the dumbest thing to like entertain, whether that was like running into a wall or just messing with people, just doing silly little tricks. So I've always loved that. I always thought it was very fun and entertaining. And then when Vine came out and I was making these short videos, it just seemed like the best opportunity to make these very short clips that were like very funny. And I really enjoyed creating prank videos. And I felt like that was the best way to like get a quick laughter in like such a short time frame, because growing up, I would always watch people on YouTube, like Prank vs. Prank, like Jesse and Gina. And then who else? There was Vitaly, there was Roman Atwood. So these were like some inspirations. And then I just wanted to do it on my own. So I tried it out and I just stuck with it. And obviously over time I got better and better. I knew how to like just cut the videos down to just get like the funniest reaction real quick and not like drag things out. I feel like a lot of people's attention span nowadays is very, very slim.
Minimal.
So just got to get that quick entertainment, laughter in there. And then I just stuck to that and just learned and perfected it over time.
Yeah. You guys watch Lance's videos, right? You guys have seen this shit?
Oh,
Yeah. Lance, I got to bring this up. This is the first time like you kind of like when I heard you were on the podcast, this is the first video that instantly rang into my head. Like we pulled it up this morning. You like were doing the fruit ninja and you that was real. You really slice your shit up? Oh, what?
Yeah, my fingers still like messed up to this day. So like,
no
this is
way.
how fingers go. Like they curve up, and then this one kind of like curves down because I got my tendon shortened when I got the surgery because
I told you that was like that. There's no like.
I thought it was
like,
fake. He showed
no, like I was like no, like
Yeah.
no way. Like he really like hurt himself bad. Like it was gnarly. Like what did that look like afterward?
Yo, so I'm very cautious of a person.
Yeah.
I try minimally to get hurt as much as possible. So I sliced right through my finger, and the way the sword was designed, it had like halfway through the sword there was like other spikes sticking out. When I went to go slice it, that spike like went right through it, and yeah,
Shit.
it clipped me pretty bad on my other finger too. Luckily, this finger isn't paralyzed.
Yeah.
This
Wait,
one.
it's paralyzed?
No, it was at a
Oh,
point.
wow.
I sliced through the tendon and I literally couldn't move it no matter how hard I tried. And it really like grossed me out just thinking about it. But I got surgery, and unfortunately, when they did the surgery, my tendon is now shortened because the way they have to tie it back together. So I can't bend it up fully, unfortunately. If I try, it like really hurts, and I just try not to do that because it grosses me out.
Yeah.
But I can grip pretty good. I have like good grip strength. I just I did notice though that like when I'm carrying groceries, I don't grip with that finger. The only time I grip with that finger is like if I'm picking up a dumbbell or like some type of weight.
Yeah.
I'm super cautious of it, but yeah, that was 100% real.
Oh my god.
Crazy.
Yeah. That's crazy. Like, yeah, because he told me this morning who was gonna be on the pod. I was like, oh my god, I gotta show you this video.
Yeah.
Like, that's crazy.
Dom also has a funny
Yeah.
story. You want to pull up the picture?
Sure, I can. So I know all of this has led you to tour, and be on MagCon, which I have a photo of us.
Oh really?
Yes.
That's mad funny.
It's quite cute.
It is really funny.
You guys are
I
babies.
don't even know what year this was, but
Jeez.
I don't know.
It was MagCon next. I think it was like it might have been like
the second MagCon, yeah.
2014. I don't know, something like that.
Something like that. I'm from Chicago, so I drove to Indiana to come to the tour.
Just to
It's
see
like 4
Lance210.
hours.
Which is
And
great, yeah.
I don't know
We'll have to
if
put
you
that in
can
the-
see us.
Yeah, I can see it. That's amazing.
That's literally us.
Well, it's great to see you again. That's awesome.
crazy. Yeah.
So funny.
Full
Good
circle.
times. Yeah. Jake Paul.
Yeah.
All types of.
Sam Podorf, all those guys that you were with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
They're not still doing MagCon, right? That's like a thing of the past.
No.
I don't think so. No. Well, it was like MagCon, and then someone else bought it from the owner, so they made it like MagCon next, and then they had like me, Jake, Sam Podorf,
Taylor Kinnett.
and there was a couple other people on there too, but it wasn't like long lived. It was something very short lived. We went to a couple different cities. It was cool. It was like my first tour experience, so it was nice.
Yeah.
Did you do Digi and all that stuff too, or
Did I do what?
Digi tour, and did you do any other?
I think
tours?
I've heard of it, but I've never done that. No, I've done like very minimal tours. The only other tour I've done besides that was something called like the Ego Tour. Funny name. That was the first thing I've ever done, and it was my first taste of how scummy the industry is, because the person that was running it kind of used us as like a front to promote all these artists, and like we were barely on stage the whole time. It was like all these different artists on stage, and there was like problems with people getting paid for it. It was just like a mess, and that was like my first real taste of Hollywood. So I learned very quickly.
I was gonna ask you about this, bro, because we're actually sitting in the studio in Hollywood, so we're dealing with there's a lot of great people here, and
Sure.
there's also a lot of shitty people. So like we're exposed to all that, but you're like tucked away in somewhere in New Jersey. So is that intentional for you as you're building?
Yes.
You've built your career. It is.
Yeah, so I moved out to LA when I was 17, about to turn 18. I had the biggest apartment I ever had. I just came out there, and I was just like, I lived in 1600 Vine, which was a building that most of the Vine were
live
living in
right
at the time,
down the street.
ironically.
I live right
And
down the street.
I got a 2-bedroom townhouse, and it was the most. I think I was paying like $6,500 a month for it, which is wild. Never doing that again. And I lived in that apartment for like probably 2 years, and then I ended up getting evicted because I went through and like ding dong ditch every single level, like floor level that there was, and I like recorded it, and they got me evicted. But then I ended up moving to the place next door, which was called the Camden. I lived there for like a year.
Yeah.
And then I've had like 4 different apartments, but long story short, LA, after like 4 or 5 years of being there, I just felt like it wasn't my place. I made a lot better content when I was home with my family in New Jersey. This is where I grew up originally. So I don't know. I've never needed to collab with other people to grow. I feel like there's a lot of social media people who feel like they thrive off of that. And it's like, yeah, it helps a lot. It's good to collab and, make content with other people. Obviously you share your following base, but it's never something that I felt like I needed. I've always done pretty good on my own, kind of had my own path in life. And LA was just very toxic to me.
That's
Yeah.
those thoughts have been crossing our mind, and like we have an office, but like it's just like a couple of us. But we were thinking about maybe just like once the leases end, just picking up and moving for a year just to get out of this
to, like,
LA
Colorado
environment.
or
Yeah,
some
maybe
shit.
like Denver. Or I don't know other places. Maybe.
Somewhere away from the noise, because it's a lot
Yeah,
of
there's a lot
noise
of
in
noise
LA.
here. A lot of
Yeah,
everyone pulling you 10 different
for
directions.
sure.
I agree, but you also don't want to be in an area where there's no noise. Like in New Jersey,
Yeah.
I'm only really here for my family. It's where I grew up. Obviously, if my girl and I settle down and have kids one day, we want them to be around the family. But I like Florida a lot. I feel like there's a lot of good people out there, especially like Miami's. Like I feel like I I use this in like relation to LA. It's like up and coming. It's like an up and coming LA. I
yeah.
feel like a lot of people are moving out there. I'm not a huge fan of Miami. I like more of like a suburban area. So I'm in like Sarasota, out in Florida right now. But it's a good switch up. Beautiful weather. It's pretty similar to LA in that aspect, except there's a lot less fake people.
Oh, I agree. I stay away
Yeah.
from Miami though, because every time I go there, I end up losing a piece of jewelry.
I've actually never.
Yeah, I can bet.
Like get roofied and stuff. Fun times.
Jesus, I've never been, but shit, I don't ever want to be.
Yeah, if you go, just don't wear jewelry. But dude, so no, speaking of content, back to the content thing. Like, obviously, your family is almost become like this internet like family, right? And like your grandma,
Yeah.
especially, is probably the most famous
Super
grandma
famous. Yeah,
ever.
I know your grandma.
Wait, why?
She's a legend.
Oh yeah,
She's a
legendary.
fucking
Right?
legend,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is she just like that? Like, is she just a funny ass person, or does she turn on for the camera? Like, what is that?
Yeah, no, she's like that in general. There's been tons of times where I've just been vlogging and I'm just like recording her and she just rambles and says whatever. Like half the shit, I don't know how she comes up with it. But it's very funny the shit she says, and that's just how she is on a daily basis. But the best thing about her, she's a really good sport. So I'll
Yeah.
purposely piss her off a lot just because I think it's funny, and like my dad will do the same thing. And then she'll get really pissed really quick, but then she'll chill out and then she won't even be mad in like 10 minutes. So I don't know. She's always been a good sport. She's just a good heart.
Yeah.
She's awesome.
I saw she was in the hospital. Was that like a real thing, or was that like?
Yeah, no, it's real. She ended up getting COVID and a blood infection called sepsis, and she was in the hospital for 2 weeks, and then she got moved to a rehab facility for another 2 weeks. She's back home now, but it seems like she was doing better when she was in the rehab facility. So I don't know if she's gonna end up going back. I know she has to get a surgery soon because she has like stents in her, and then she has to get like something taken out of her
Wow, prayers.
her like her liver or her kidney. I think it's her kidney. But yeah, she got a lot of issues right now. I think more importantly is like that the sepsis is like kind of just fucking her up.
Damn. Well, I hope she'll be good, bro.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
I want to come
She's
have dinner at your family's house.
Hell yeah.
That's my goal.
She's a strong woman. She's had like fucking 30 surgeries in her life. I'm not even kidding.
Wow.
And she's a
Soldier.
champ. So I'm sure she'll be all right.
Yeah, no, she'll be good. Yeah, man, your grandma's fantastic.
Can I ask you something though?
Yeah, go.
Yeah. Back to dude, how did you get shredded? How did you
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
how did you do it? I did it one time, but I ate like quinoa and broccoli and like chicken breast for like a year and like worked out a bunch. But like, what are you doing?
Yeah, so I think that's like the most basic diet, and it works for a lot of people. It's just like chicken, broccoli, rice.
Yeah.
You know.
I guess like what's the diet like? Or how do we do
My
it?
diet.
Yeah.
So I guess I'll give you like a little backstory, right? So I've been working out since I was a freshman in high school. So I think that was like 2011. I graduated 2014. I was getting those newbie gains. I was obviously it's a lot easier to be leaner when you're younger. I feel like your metabolism is a lot quicker. You can eat like shit and still look pretty good. But obviously as you get older, it's a lot easier to put on weight and hold that weight. So I was always lifting, always had great pumps. I always felt strong in the gym, but I just never knew how to diet correctly. So obviously, as I got older, I started holding weight a lot easier. And up until 3 years ago is really when I started eating properly, because I had a friend who I met, and he was pretty big. He was stocky, but he was also very lean. I think it was like 5% body fat at the time.
Shit.
He was dieting for a competition. And I was like, yo, man, let me know what you're doing. Like, I really want to, look shredded all the time. So he gave me his diet plan, and it was basically just like either chicken, broccoli, rice, or like ground turkey, broccoli, rice for like 3 meals. I'd have 5 meals total. My breakfast was always like eggs, egg whites, and like Ezekiel bread with like some peanut butter on it. So I did that for a very long time. My breakfast and my dinner were my breakfast and my last meal of my day were basically the same thing, just the eggs and the Ezekiel. But so I got shredded, like absolutely shredded out of my brains. The most lean I was ever in my life. I think I was like 9 or 10% body fat.
Let's go.
And I felt great. The only issue is that I only knew this very specific diet, and uh, it wasn't super sustainable for a very long time because I just got sick of the food that I was eating all the time. It's the same thing every single day.
Bullshit, yeah.
So I didn't know at the time how to track my calories or my macros, so I just ended up getting chubby again. And recently, I did like a bulk once again, not knowing how to eat properly. It was a dirty bulk. I was just eating like McDonald's and just literally
Sounds like
anything that I
Christian.
wanted.
That's what I do. I work out. I'm like, as long as I'm working out, I can eat whatever I want, and it's been working all right. I get a little bit chubby here and there, but I'm always able to bounce back kind of quick, I think.
Yeah, but I was eating like 4,000 to 5,000 calories a day, which
Oh wow,
which is a lot. But dude, that's so easy for me to eat. I can easily eat 2,000 calories in a meal. I just
Yeah.
love food.
Yeah.
So I did that, and I got up to my highest weight ever, which was 183 pounds. And I was just like, all right, I need to change something, because I'd be going to do leg press, like where you're like leaning down and you have your legs up and you're pushing it. And I'd get like halfway down, and it's like my legs were pushing my stomach, and I felt like I was gonna throw up. Like I couldn't even get a full rep. It was bad. So I was like, all right, something needs to change in my life. So I started tracking my macros, and I've done this once before, so I kind of have like previous experience, but I didn't just know how many calories I should be taking in. So right now, when I started this, I was 183 pounds. I started taking in 2,500 calories a day, and I did that for like a week or two just to get my body adjusted to eating less calories. Because, like I said, I was eating like 4,000 to 5,000 a day, so that was like half my intake, and it was like pretty drastic for me. So my body got used to that, and then I progressively over the next couple of weeks ended up lowering my calories even more. And now I'm down to like 1,900 to 2,000 calories a day, which this isn't recommended for everybody. Everybody's basic metabolic rate is different depending on like how tall you are. There's a lot of different factors. So I'm pretty short. I'm only like 5'8", right? So if somebody's 6'3", they might be naturally burning a couple hundred more calories a day than I would be. So this just goes for my body type. There's like a whole science to it, but yeah, every day I'm eating about 1,900 to 2,100 calories a day, and that's how I've been able to get a lot leaner. Of course, I'm eating really clean foods, not eating processed foods, not eating like McDonald's and stuff like that. Honestly, you could eat those shitty foods and still lose weight as long as you're taking in not as many calories. Right? Exactly. So it's all about calories in versus calories out. So if I'm eating 3,000 calories a day, but I'm eating completely clean, only chicken, broccoli, rice, it doesn't matter how clean I'm eating, I'm going to gain fat and I'm going to hold more fat.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's what I've been doing. And I was 183, now I'm 156.4. Wow. I lost almost 30 pounds in like 2.5 months.
Crazy.
What, do you? All right, hold on. I gotta ask you. Do you feel weak though?
Not at all, dude. I'm stronger than I was when I was 183.
Okay.
So you're eating
at first. I felt weak. I the first week or two, it took my body an adjustment period to like start feeling strong again. But I did feel weak eating less at first.
That's crazy. Are you drinking alcohol too or not?
No, dude. I drink alcohol maybe once every 3 months.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm very clean. I drink hella water. I try and drink like a gallon of water every day. I work out like 2 to 3 times a day, and I know that sounds crazy, but like when I first started this diet, I would go to the gym in the morning for fasted cardio. I'd do like 30 minutes on the treadmill, just like 15% incline, 3.5% speed, and I would do that. It's very low intensity, but you'll burn like 300 to 400 calories. Then I would go home. I had my first meal, and then I'd go work out. And then if I was just bored later that day, I would go back and work out again. So it was just a grind. Right now, we got this puppy recently, so I haven't been able to do fasted cardio in the morning because I'm like leaving her here alone that much. Yeah. So sometimes I'll hit like 10 to 20 minutes of cardio after my workout. But even then, I don't feel like it's as much necessary for me anymore, just because I'm getting closer to my body goal. And I did notice something when I shredded the first time, which was 3 years ago. I reached a plateau, and I think I was doing too much cardio. I was running all the time. I'd run to the gym and back home, which is like probably like a mile and a half there and a mile and a half back, which isn't too far, but I would do that on top of cardio after my lift and cardio in the morning as well. I was just killing myself, and I feel like it made me lose some muscle in the process. So I'm just doing it slower pace this time. I'm not getting as shredded as fast, but I'm keeping more of my muscle.
That's smart, bro. You kind of sound we're very similar in our workout patterns. I definitely don't work out 3 times a day. What about sugar though? Like, are you sugar like something you stay away from, like candies and shit?
So I track all my calories and my macros on my fitness pal right now. Leading into that, I'll get to that real quick, but like I'll take in like I do like a 40-40-20 split. So I'm doing like 40% protein, 40% carbs, and then like 20% fats.
No.
And then in my sugars, I only allow myself like a max of like 50 grams of sugar a day. But those are natural sugars too. Like I'm not really taking in artificial sugars unless they're coming from, like my peanut butter. I try and get natural peanut butter, but sometimes I get this brand called Nuts and More, and they have
it's on Shark Tank, I think.
Yeah, it tastes really good, but it does have some artificial sugars in it. So, I mean, you're going to get artificial sugars from a lot of the foods that you eat, but I try to minimize as much as possible and replace that with like bananas or like strawberries or fruits of some sort. So sugar intake is very, very low for me. But I just make sure to drink a fuck ton of water, bro.
Oh yeah, hydration is key.
Yes,
facts.
Of course.
That's amazing, bro. Yeah, it's so cool to see your transformation and stuff for sure. I really want to talk about kind of like segueing into a new topic, but like Web3, completely different from fitness, but like Web3 metaverse and kind of you as like a businessman, because what I've noticed with you, bro, is you're a content creator, obviously, maybe that's like your first priority, but you've been able to build like a substantial business out of this whole thing. So can you talk to us a bit about your business and also like how you see Web3 playing into that, if at all?
All right, so I'm gonna talk about NFTs first. From the jump, I thought NFTs were dumb as fuck. I still dislike them. I don't know. I'm just I'm not the type of guy that likes change a lot, so maybe that's why. But I of course know that being in this industry, you have to change a lot, and I've adjusted my content over the past couple of years to change pace and make it likable for people that watch nowadays, especially with the shorter attention span.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I've never been a big fan of the NFTs. But like Web3 is interesting because I feel like everybody talks about it, but nobody really knows what the fuck it is. You know what I mean? I don't know. Maybe that's just my personal take, but I really don't understand what it is. I don't know. Is it just like decentralization and just people having more like, what is it?
Yeah, I feel like we're all still kind of learning it. But it's like
The Sims in real life.
Yeah. I mean,
I feel like that's us, bro.
Right.
Yeah.
We can get real deep right here, but nothing about life feels real. It does, but it doesn't. Like it feels real to us, but like I don't know. This is very, very deep conversation. This is like some spiritual
shit. I think about that all the time. Like literally, even right now, before you mentioned it, it was like in the back of my mind. Like I'm like, are we here right now? Like, is this really happening? Yeah. It's like fucking simulation. So imagine
weird,
simulation.
What is this?
Yeah, straight up. Sometimes I'll be with friends. I'm like, yo, can you slap me? Like, I don't know what the fuck is going on.
Man, it's really weird.
But it's crazy. It's like Web3 is like the simulation of the simulation. So now we're getting into a whole new fucking universe. And I could talk about Web3 like it's like a decentralized internet. So you're logging through your wallet. You're using tokens like ETH and Solana to manage your entire fucking life basically on the web. But I don't want to get into the whole thing because I could go on for fucking ever. But like how do you see it playing in? And obviously you seem not to be into NFTs, but do you see like Lance in the metaverse as being a thing with your grandma making content or some shit? Like,
look, I'll go with the flow, and if that's what everyone's doing and it seems right for my business, sure. Maybe I don't fully understand it yet, but I feel like a lot of people don't fully understand it yet, so like it makes sense. As time goes on, I gotta really just see what opportunities are there. I don't think I'm gonna be buying houses in the metaverse or land and flipping it. I don't. That just doesn't seem like it's me. I'd rather do that in real life and drive real cars and not fake simulated ones. But I feel like I don't know. Would I be making content with my grandma? But I don't know. It's just weird to me. Like I can't fathom that just yet. Maybe in a couple of years. But as of right now, I just feel like I can't see that being a thing. I don't know why.
Yeah. I feel that.
It's too. I still don't understand it enough. Like,
it's too soon to tell. I guess.
I think it's gonna be big. It's gonna be something crazy. I feel like, but I don't even understand it. Like
I don't doubt that by any means. I just feel like I can't put myself in that position just as of yet.
Yeah, I feel that. I mean, there was a fucking yacht that just sold for like $6 million in the. It's
ridiculous.
It's kind of crazy, bro. It's weird. It's a weird space.
But I just feel like a lot of people are doing that as investments right now in hopes that they take that $6 million and flip it to $12 million.
Have you ever done crypto investments? I know.
Yeah, I have. I got addicted to it for like a 3 month time span, and I was getting in like I would see a project that's about to launch, and I would get in on the project like the second it was gonna launch. I'd put in like hella bread, and then I try to pull out as fast as possible. And it's worked for me on two times, and then 3 other times I plummeted and lost a fuck ton of money.
Yeah.
So because a lot of people do that. They'll put in a lot of money at first and then pull out. And then I stopped doing that and I started doing like smarter investments. And I've made some good money and I've lost a lot of money, but overall I'm still in profit zone. But I think it was completely absorbing my life. I would constantly be checking it. Even if I wasn't going to pull the money out that day or within that hour, I was checking it constantly. I have a very addictive personality. So that I just felt like it wasn't good for me. That's why like I don't do stocks either, because I'd be the same way. And I was slacking on my job. I wasn't making content. I can't do it.
I feel that because it's nonstop. Like your wallet is always there for you to check, so you'll always be on it. Like I'm the same way. Like I mean, I have like a couple blue chip like NFTs, and I see them more as like long term holds. Like in 12 years, there might be like, I don't know, Blackman Museum in LA might be like, yo, all the fucking Bored Ape holders come to LA. We got $10 million. We're going to give it to you guys to showcase your Bored Apes. Like, that's what I see with it. But, like, the day trading of NFTs, that whole space is very, I feel like, it could get overwhelming for sure.
Yeah, like crypto, I have like Ethereum, I have some Bitcoin, you know, the basics, but I'm just holding on to them for like long-term holds. I think Ethereum's a really good hold just because basically everything in the metaverse is using Ethereum. So I think that'll raise in price, but other than that, I've pretty much sold everything that I had. I was in safe mood for a long time, and it just stopped. It moved really quickly at first, and then over the past like year, it just hasn't really gone anywhere. So I pulled out all my money out.
Yeah, I feel that.
Yeah,
that's good. So where do you see your business kind of like going from here? Like, do you plan on being like, you'd consider yourself a prankster, right? Like a title.
Sure. Yeah, that can. I feel like that's what most people think of me when you know they hear my name. So I mean, sure, that's attributed to it. Overall, I just think I like to make people laugh and entertain. So
Entertainer.
Yeah, entertainer for sure.
You ever thought about doing stand up?
No. I don't think I'm. Look, it doesn't mean I can't, but I just don't think that's a path that I want to go. Yeah,
makes sense. It'd be kind of funny though for you and your grandma just to be shooting shit on stage. Like,
probably, I think it would be if anything, more like trying to think of the word for it. It's not like role playing. It's like you kind of just like bouncing off of each other. There's a word for it, like
fucking improv.
Improv, yes. I think improv, I would kill it 100%. Because that's basically what I do with her anyway, especially when I'm vlogging. We'll just say the dumbest shit to each other, and it just sometimes it makes no sense, but it's really funny. So, and I do that with my friends too. I'm very good at improv. I'm not good at like scripted comedy.
Yeah, it's very different skills. I feel like.
Yeah,
like for sure.
Skills.
God forbid I fuck up a line. You know what I mean? I'm just like, all right, killed my joke.
Yeah. True. Yeah. Do you see yourself getting into like movies at all, or like doing any TV? Like
long term, I definitely want to create movies. I think that would be awesome. Of course, right now with TikTok, focus on that short form content. And then, you know, YouTube is more long form, just like my life. Of course, when I have kids one day, definitely want to get into doing family style channels, like the vlog channel. I'll transition that to just a family style vlog. And then I think long term, it'll just be a lot of like investments for me, whether that be properties, buying a lot of properties and flipping them, or buying out like you know, apartment complexes. And then that's kind of like my back end of like not in the public scene. And what else? There was one more thing on my mind. Yeah, I think making movies long term would be awesome as well. And then there's something slipping from my mind. I can't remember.
Porn. No.
Oh, I want to start like businesses. So I have like a business plan in mind right now. I got to meet with a few people in a couple weeks and figure it out. But I'm gonna keep that on the down low right now, just because not everything's established. But I have some really good business ideas that I want to start.
That's awesome.
That's amazing, bro.
Just entrepreneurship.
I love it, dude. It's so cool to see like content creators like yourself like build. Like you could really turn this shit. I don't know the value of your business, but I could see you growing to like you could be like the first billionaire fucking prankster. Like
that'll be wild. That's actually one of my goals. So I have a book every day that I write like I am affirmations in. So every morning and night, like I write stuff in this book. It's like a it's a little journal, and you write like 3 things you're grateful for, 3 things that you would like to happen for today, and then you write like I am affirmation. So my first affirmation that I write every single day is I am a billionaire. And then I write I am a Greek chiseled god just because I work out and I just want to look shredded at all times. I write I am the world's most famous influencer slash entertainer. That's just like an aspiration of mine. So I write a lot of other things too, but those are just like my 3 like main goals in life. But yeah, I've always I just want that title of being a billionaire, bro. I think that's so badass.
That'd be crazy, bro.
Yeah. We know the power of affirmations.
Yes.
So the other night, it was last week, we were just like, Div pursues like music on the side. But we're like, we saw Kodak Black was performing in LA during the Super Bowl weekend, and we're like, oh, let's just go to the show. And then like all right, we'll buy our tickets tomorrow. The next day, he hits me in the morning. He's like, bro, I think I'm opening up for Kodak. And we're like, what the fuck?
What?
Like, and the other day, like, someone on the phone's like, how'd you make that happen, bro? And we was just, I don't know, man, just affirmations, I guess. Like, that's just
Badass.
powerful.
Writing that shit down, bro.
Yeah, just making it, concrete and real, and believing it is like, I think, so powerful.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
It's so true.
No,
man.
100%.
Yeah. And I like.
I attribute.
Go
ahead.
No, go. Go ahead.
I attribute a lot of my success to that. It's just like, you know, I love proving people wrong. So when I come in any encounters of people being like, oh, you can't do this, you can't do that, I always prove them wrong because I always believe in myself. Yeah. So as long as you believe in yourself and you establish what you want to be and act like you already have it, you're gonna get it.
I love that. But and Lance, I feel like you and I like think in that same wavelength, but I think there's so many people who like struggle, right? Like they can't think that way because they're just maybe not wired that way, or they weren't raised that way. So what are things you do besides the affirmations and working out, or maybe those are the 2 things that kind of help you keep that mentality, like, you know what I mean?
I think it's my work ethic. So whatever I do, I give over 100% every single time I do it. So this fitness journey right now that I'm on, I've always worked out, but obviously I'm trying to get shredded right now and just look my best. So unfortunately, I only focus on that and I slack on my other things. So I haven't been posting on socials as much. Dude, I've posted my TikTok account like a month and a half, and like literally it kills me every single day knowing that I haven't. Like it pisses me the fuck off. But I'm like, fuck, I'm on this grind of dieting and like trying to be shredded. So like that's like my only focus right now. So that's where it's a little bit of a detriment to me, is because I know no matter what I want to do, I can do it and I'll kill it in it every single time. But unfortunately, I do have to slack in other areas. Like I don't have a great balance in my life.
I have that tunnel vision thing too. Like you have, like I'll focus on one thing, everything else kind of like suffers.
Yeah. But I think that's why I'm so successful in what I do. If God forbid, if I have to take a month break on something to like kill it in another area, I don't find that to be an issue. Yeah, it'll sometimes piss me off, but like I know in my heart that I'm gonna get whatever I want just because I have that train of thought, that tunnel vision.
It's so crazy once you establish that mindset, bro, and you just like really believe it. It's like it's crazy what you can fucking accomplish. Like,
because I was
100%.
gonna ask you if you ever get burned out, like
Oh,
because you've been
yeah.
doing it for just so long, which is obviously awesome. But
Yeah, I've gotten burned out a lot of times. More specifically, when I was doing YouTube vlogging, I did it for like over 850 days straight, and I felt like a robot.
wow.
I felt like a legit robot. I would wake up every day at like 9 or 10 a.m. I'd vlog the whole day. I'd stop vlogging around like 11 or 12 at night, and then I'd edit for like 3 hours. So I'd be up till like 2, 3 a.m. and then I have to wake up, make sure my vlog was rendered, upload it, and then do the same thing every single day. And like I was on the rhythm, so I knew how to do it at the time, but I can't foresee myself doing that again just because it was so. I don't know. I don't even know how I did it. I was just on that grind. I was just so tunnel vision, so focused. And of course, I was getting a lot of W's at that time too. Like my videos were popping off; they were getting a lot of views. And it's easier to stay focused when you're motivated and have something like backing up that drive, like getting a lot of views or making a lot of money or whatever. But now I'll post a vlog maybe like once or twice a week, and I just feel like it's better for my sanity level. It's just like I know I can do it, but do I want to do it? I don't think so. I don't think I want to go back to doing that. But yeah, I just felt like a robot, and I got burnt out, and I took like a couple month break from doing vlogs, or maybe I just post one every couple weeks just to like keep people updated. But yeah, it's in this space. It's super easy to get burnt out. Creating content, you get like creator's block, and it's just really hard to just get back to rhythm. But the most, I always feel very, very motivated when I'm killing it though. I just get a lot of motivation, and I have all these ideas just like flowing to me just naturally.
Yeah. It's so crazy, man. No, it's so true. Do you have like a team behind you? Like, are you the only one running everything, or like do you have like a back end?
Sort of, but sort of not. So I have a team in terms of like a financial manager, uh, somebody like a lawyer, an entertainment lawyer to like look over my contracts and stuff. And then of course I have like different sources of people that bring me deals. I'm not like signed directly to anyone like a management or a agency. I was signed to an agency at one point and they did literally nothing for me, so I dropped them. That was a couple of years back, but yeah, I mean, anything creative, it's only me. Everything just comes from my mind, and I do all my own video recording. I don't have people recording for me. I've experimented with that in the past, but it just they can't see my vision. And when I want something recorded a certain way, it's better if I do it, especially when it comes to video editing. I do all my own video editing.
Wow.
I had an editor in the past. I've tried out a couple of different people, and it just seems like it takes more time for me to get my content up. And it just doesn't work best for me. I'd rather kill myself and do everything on my own, knowing that I'm putting out what I want to put out and not what someone else's vision is.
Wow. That's crazy, man. That is so.
Yeah.
It's so funny. Like Mike May, like one of our clients, like he still edits his movies on his videos on iMovie.
Oh, really? That's hilarious.
It's kind of funny.
Yeah, I know Mike. I'm not super close with him. I've talked to him a few times, but he's a good dude. I edit all my stuff in Final Cut Pro on Mac.
Oh, okay. So yeah.
Yeah.
But
Most people use either Final Cut or like Adobe Premiere.
Yeah. I was gonna say iMovie seems a little beginner, but his videos still.
Shit.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
So when you do back to the burnout things, I like that topic. When you do burn out, like what do you do with your time? Do you like just take weeks off where you're just not doing shit, or like what does that time look like?
That time looks like me going to the gym, completely absorbing myself there, working out, like just getting my mind off of everything, just trying to be totally zoned into like my fitness and my health. And a lot of it is also combating myself with like, bro, you're not posting. What the fuck are you doing with your life? You're a piece of shit. I hate telling myself these things because I know it's like manifesting it, and then it just like causes me to like stay in that loop. But I do truly feel like shit when I'm not creating content and putting it out there, because ultimately in life, I think what makes me the most happiest is like one, entertaining people, and two, just like helping people out and making them feel good. So I feel like whenever I am posting, it is helping people out in that aspect. I get so many comments all the time like, oh, I live for your videos. You know, I was super depressed today, but your video cheered me up a lot. And I see a lot of these comments. So I know that makes me feel fulfilled. And when I'm not doing what I feel like I should be doing, then I'm not fulfilled.
Yeah, because you're obsessed with what you do, and I feel like that's the key to your success is the obsession.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's amazing. Man, I think the other thing I was gonna ask you was you seem like you're like very family oriented. Like how does that impact your career, and what is it about family that like?
I grew up very close to my family. We all like basically fuck you in our family is like I love you. Like we just say that so like nonchalantly, and I feel like other people would see that and be like, oh, we're crazy, or like, you know, they're not this proper family, blah blah blah. But like that's just how we are, and like we've always been super close. I've always been super close to my parents and my grandma, and I think people like to see that aspect. People really like seeing family.
Yeah.
That's why like a lot of these family channels are successful. You know what I mean? Of course, they got these cute ass kids and stuff. That helps, like bringing attention to the videos. But you know, people just like to relate. And if they can't relate to you, like if I'm just out here flexing all the time, like yeah, it's cool. There's gonna be that audience that wants to see that for like inspiration. But like, how much can you actually relate to that person? That's why I feel like Eminem is so successful, right? He says these stories that a lot of people can relate to, of like when he was going through tough times. That's why I like this music a lot. I just feel like, wow, like I maybe I can't relate in all aspects, but I see where you came from, and like I respect it.
That's such a good point. Yeah, that makes me think. Like I used to like make videos on YouTube with like my cars and like all this bullshit, and like no one can relate to that stuff. So it's like the family stuff you can relate because people love their fucking families. Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, bro. It's awesome. It's badass. Like I like seeing that shit too.
Yeah.
But it's like, how do I build a personal connection with that person?
Yeah.
So when I think of a fan, I think of somebody who has a personal connection to you. When I think of like a follower, I think it's like, okay, this person's just scrolling on TikTok. They enjoy my videos. Maybe they want to see more of that prank content, but they're not like connected to me where they would just like, if I posted a video of me just taking a crap on YouTube, they probably wouldn't watch it. But like a super fan would, you know what I mean? As disgusting as that sounds, it's like some people just want to see everything you do.
Yeah. Do you do that? You take videos of yourself taking shit?
Not usually, bro. Maybe like once a year. No, I'm kidding. No, that's nasty. I wouldn't do that, but you understand what I'm saying. It's like obviously not that extreme, but it's like some of these people are just like so zoned into your life and they want to see every little thing you do, and that's right there. That's in my eyes, that's a fan. They want to see everything you're doing. Something that's just like followers, just like, oh, I think his videos are funny, but like I don't really keep up to date with like his personal life.
Yeah, yeah. It kind of makes me think about the Nelk Boys and what they've done. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
oh, they're killing it.
Yeah, savages.
Yeah.
Cool, man. Well, hey, any if you, I guess last question, I like to end with like a weird kind of like sentimental question, but like if you were to go back to like whatever 17-year-old Lance, or if there was like a kid who needed some advice, like what would you tell him? Get shredded.
I was thinking that, like, get shredded, like I'd give advice on like how to lose weight, because I always felt like I was like chubbier, and like I was never the kid in school that was like, at first, like I wasn't like the popular kid until like I kind of like started popping on Vine, but I always like was a little insecure about how I looked, and I definitely think my weight attributed to that a lot. I was never like super lean, so it definitely give suggestions on like how to track calories and stuff like that, macros. But I think ultimately just telling myself that like, yo, everything's gonna be okay. You don't need to worry. Just keep doing your thing. As long as you're fixated on something and you want it, you'll get it.
Shit.
Yeah.
Couldn't say it any better, bro.
Oh yeah.
Well, yo, Lance, thank you so much for hopping on, bro. We appreciate your time. You're a fucking legend. If they don't follow you already, where can they follow you?
At Lance210 on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, or just type in Lance Stewart on YouTube. You'll see the vlogs. There you go.
Fire ass content. We're coming to your family's house in New Jersey. We're having dinner.
Hey, yeah. Bunch of spaghettis and meatballs, bro.
Let's go. And the puppies can meet too.
Oh yeah.
All right, my boy. Appreciate y'all. Go follow Christian at Christian Yee
_ Christian Yee _ That's it.
At what's your username? I don't know.
It's Dominique Mary on Instagram.
There we go. Follow Went to the Palm Ski. Check out Third Wheel Podcast Studio, and we'll see you guys next episode. Bye.
Peace.